Hello, my name is Francois Sakely, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to balance a camera on the Birdycam LITE. The very first thing you want to do is mount this Manfrotto style quick release plate to the bottom of the camera. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that the plate is nice and straight, and you'll want to make sure that it is tightly locked into place. Next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to take this battery and mount it under the stage. And a quick tip is you want to have the VARAVON logo face downward. And if you do that, it'll be easier to check the power of the battery while you're out shooting. So let's get that locked up. So while you're shooting, you could flip the camera down and you can have a look at the power supply and check and see how much battery you have left. So now that we've got that set up, let's mount the camera and start the balancing process. So one really important thing is that you want to make sure that you lock the yaw off. Okay, so center that up, lock the yaw off, and lock the roll off as well. And if you do that, it'll be a lot easier to balance the pitch. So let's get the camera mounted. And what you want to do first is adjust the front and back pitch. And so you do this via this plate here. And what you do is you adjust the distance of the plate until you reach a point where the camera is not tipping forward or back. So once you've found that spot, I think we've got it right there, perfect. We'll just lock that into place. Perfect. So what we'll want to do now is you want to adjust the top-bottom pitch. So you can see the camera is falling forward right now. So in order to adjust this, what you do is tilt the camera back 90 degrees. And if you happen to have a longer lens, you can also tip it forward as well. And via this plate here, you adjust the distance of the plate until you reach a point where the camera just keeps facing upward. And I think we've got it. Perfect. So what you want to do is when you're making these adjustments, just lift the camera up slightly. I'm going to move this out of balance here for you. And you lift the camera and then it slides out of place a lot more easily. When you find the spot, just slightly lift the camera and slowly lock the knob into place. And always make sure that they're fastened very tightly so that the camera does not shift around while you're shooting. That's a very important note. So we have this adjusted. So let me show you here. If you point the camera up, it stays in place. If you point it downward, it will also stay in place. So now you know you've got the pitch set up. Next thing we're going to do is adjust the roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to unlock the roll here, and you should see that the camera is sort of tipping over to one side. So you want to adjust the roll via this plate in the back here. And again, same idea. Lift the camera up a little bit and just allow that to sort of slide a lot more easily. And you just want to find that spot where the camera sits up straight. And again, when you find that spot, you slowly lock the knob while lifting the camera and let it go and see that you found the right spot. So we've got the pitch set up, we've got the roll set up. Now what we want to do is set up the yaw. So I'm going to unlock the yaw here, and I'm just going to show you something. If I tip this stand to one side, you'll see that the camera starts spinning around. So what we do is via this back adjustment here, you make adjustments till you reach a point where if you lift the stand, the camera does not spin around. And same idea again, just lift the bar up itself a little bit so that this slides very easily. And let's try this spot right here and see how that turns out. Okay, looks like that might be turning just a little bit. Let's just make a minor adjustment here. And one thing to keep in mind too is that even 1 millimeter can affect the balance of the camera. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. Okay, that looks like that's staying in place. So it looks like we've got the yaw set up as well. And so there you have it. That is how you balance a camera on the Birdycam LITE.